Tracy. My company is called Untraceable, for anyone who doesn't know me. But today I'm going to talk about two really amazing projects that I work with, called Anthem Gold and Hercules. We also have a really big announcement, some exciting news that we'd like to share at the end of it, so hopefully you guys stay till the end. Okay, so like I said, my name's Tracy. I run a company called Untraceable, not that Untraceable, it's just a pun on my name. Basically, I've been doing these large crypto conferences since about 2013 in the space and helped a lot of great projects launch, including a company called Ethereum, I was CEO of Polymath, and quite about a dozen other major kind of conferences and companies I work with. And so you can imagine the amount of people I see, the amount of people I've worked with, and every year I probably take one or two clients on full time that I go deep dive to really bring them to the next level of their business. And I met Cynthia and Anthem, the CEO and president of the company, probably years ago in Shanghai, and I've been following their journey, and I've been quite impressed and amazed with kind of where they've come to. They're definitely a very technology-based company. I definitely have more of a marketing angle to it, so I'm here to kind of present what they do, as well as Anthem, the CEO, will come after with Meyer to come speak about it. So Anthem Blanchard, met him, like I said, years ago. He has a lot of experience within the blockchain and cryptocurrency space. I got involved in 2012, and he actually ran the first gold token back in 2014, way before anyone was ever even talking about gold as a token. He gets put on a lot of shows like TD Ameritrade and Fox, and a lot of high-profile media comes to speak to him. And mostly because he actually has very big, deep roots in gold. Most people don't know this. He's actually the son of James Blanchard, and his father actually ran one of the largest gold reserves in America. And he also led this movement to restore America's right to own gold, because at one point they made it illegal. And so he has his very deep roots in the gold space. And so what he's done in the cryptocurrencies, he's brought it together. So the evolution of the gold-backed asset token, that's what we call it. It's called Anthem Gold. It's a cryptocurrency that holds value because it's pegged to the price of gold. So think of physical gold as digital gold. I actually like telling people it's the opposite way. Think about that you're buying gold that also has a token to verify it, instead of thinking about getting a token that's backed by gold. So why is he so different, and why is the solution so interesting, and why I'm really part of the project is they actually have a whole entire ecosystem. They have their own metals, a precious metal company, their own bunker, an actual vault, they have their token, and they have their software, and I'm going to quickly run through them all. So first, if you're going to have gold, you have to find a place to actually get the gold or precious metals. They have their own company. It's called Amagi Metals. It's actually the longest running crypto and precious metals online retailer, so you can buy crypto, just regular gold or silver. And they've actually sold tens of millions of dollars worth of metals with Amagi Metals. It's been running since 2014. So they have the gold, check. But it's like, okay, where are we going to store the gold? Well, they have a vault. It's called Anthem Bunker. It's in Texas. It's actually it's probably it's insured by Lloyd's of London Insurance Company, which is impressive. It's also a Class 3 vault, and it currently has $2 million of gold vaulted in the facility. Okay, so they have the metals, they have the vault, now they have their token. It's called Anthem Gold, AGLD, and it's a gold-backed asset token. And basically 1 gram of AGLD is a gram of gold. So 100 grams is pretty much a bar of gold. But what the real secret is actually not the gold-backed asset token. While they were doing this entire project, they actually created a software that could track the gold right from you buy it to the time it got in the vault. And so they use a software called Hercules. Is everyone still with me now? Yes? Okay. I know it's a lot of text. Okay, so they run a software called Hercules that actually verifies the gold. So what it does is it reports on everything from the purity of the metal to the types of elements, the GPS location of where the gold is, the name, the class, the date, everything they need to know to report on that bar of gold. But the cool part about Hercules, here's another thing. So this is an example of the inventory log that Anthem Gold uses with the Hercules software. So it ensures the data is incorruptible. It's impossible to change. You can't manipulate the data. But what's really cool, what we've noticed, is that the Hercules software can go way beyond just gold. It can go beyond all precious metals, and you can actually use supply chain technology for many other different industries, and that's what we're going to talk about a bit today. So basically, Hercules gives you the ability to register and track any asset, any metric, any photo, any document, any data point, geolocation, text, name, all the type of amazing stuff that you can put into the software, and it's impossible to actually, it's incorruptible. So the supply chain software allows people to actually manage a use cycle. So what we did at my conference back in August, called Futurists up in Toronto, what we did is we actually tracked all the food at the conference using Hercules from farm to table. So we actually, right from the farm to the picking, to the load, delivery, preparation, and right to the conference, you were able to swipe on an app, Hercules app, to actually track and see that it was verified where all the products came from. It was pretty cool. Then we're like, let's take it one step further. It isn't just about food. So we started to track things like the printing to make sure all the printing was from Canada, not from China. And all of our documents, like our insurance documents, our certificates, everything at the conference we put on the blockchain. So we started a lot of really excitement about documents on the blockchain. How do we actually make this so everyone can put it on? Okay, so this is the kind of exciting part that I'm here to introduce and talk to you quickly about today. And Anthem will come here with Myra and talk for the next 15 minutes. But what we're trying to introduce today is our new tokens, an upgrade token called HERC. We've made the H a lowercase, you can see it's an ERC token. But what's really exciting is it has something to do with 1155. Has anyone heard of this yet? I love introducing new things, probably very, very new to the space. But basically the ERC 1155 standard, Ethereum just approved, I think it was a few months ago, as an official standard. And so what it does is it brings fungible and also more fungible and non-fungible tokens together. This is actually very, very, very popular, right? So today I'm going to tell you about the ERC 1155 and the upgraded ERC 20 token. So ERC 1155 right now is very common in the gaming industry. They made this standard, they approved this standard as an official standard, Ethereum Foundation, and pretty much the gaming industry is taking it on because you can collect your swords and you can collect your coins in the same game. But here at Hercules and Anthem, they know that it can go far beyond that. What HERC 1155 does is something called bulk transactions. So for example, right now, if you were going to go to a grocery store, imagine every single thing that you purchase at the grocery store, you need a separate receipt, separate bag, separate transaction fee. It's kind of ridiculous. We don't do that in a grocery store. We don't purchase every item individually. What the HERC or what any ERC 1155 allows you to do is bulk transactions. Let's get all your groceries, put in one bag with one receipt. This significantly saves you time, money, and has a lot of big advantages that are obviously far beyond gaming. The second biggest advantage of this is that it's upgradable. So our developers in our team were actually one of the main reasons why we made this change. If you do a smart contract right now, it's really hard to change it. It's really hard to make anything different. But with it being upgradable, they can actually have the ability to keep upgrading it. So that is in itself very powerful, and again, it saves a lot of time and money. And then the third thing is it's fungible and non-fungible. So you're not better than me, I'm fungible. So what is fungible and non-fungible in a nutshell? These are the two different standards that the 1155 merges. Fungible is like it's like money, it's like Bitcoin, and they're pretty much all identical. Non-fungible is that they're all very, very unique. And so what the 1155 that's really great with are things, for example, like a certificate. If I was going to buy you a gift certificate, the actual certificate itself is non-fungible, but the money that's on the certificate is fungible. So there's a fungible and non-fungible aspect to it. Now think about your insurance certificate. You have an insurance certificate because of something, if we have it between two parties, that certificate itself is non-fungible, but the money that's on it or the value that's on it is fungible. And so you can honestly take almost every single document that you can think of in today's society has some type of fungible and non-fungible aspect to it. Think of a piece of artwork. The actual artwork is non-fungible, but the value of the artwork on it is fungible. And so what the 1155 actually does, it allows to bring these two things together. And Hercules as a group are actually probably the first people in the space other than gaming to do it. So without any further ado, we do have some partners in real estate supply chain insurance that we're working with. And what we do have for everyone today is at least 1,000 new and upgraded ERC 20 tokens that are with 1155. We have them at our booth. We're going to give them to every person here as they're leaving as well around the tables. And some of them are actually have 10,000 HERC. So that's kind of exciting. All right, without